Chapter 10, Meet and Greet, and the Motive. April 2016. The tour bus was currently in downtown Disney where the meet and greet would be held. There were posters of their meet and greet all around Disneyland. All the girls were hooting, singing, and doing weird stuff. The music around the area was so loud and everyone was lost in their own zone. Karam can do anything unnoticed. Soon as they walked outside the bus, all of the girls went their own ways. Pamela and June decided to go shopping on their own, without telling anyone. Pamela and June went inside an electronics shop. Pamela picked up a headphone. Ruby ran toward the corner of the store and picked up a Panda MP3 player wearing a mini bow. "I got this one," June said to Pamela, asking her to buy that for her. "Okay, but no more expensive stuff." Pamela smiled. As they were getting out of the makeup store, Karam somehow found a way to snatch her arm and drag her towards the corner of the mall where he tried to give her the ring box. His plan was that he would threaten her and force her to wear the ring and make others wear it too. Pamela was lucky because as they were in the corner, the guard came shouting, "What are you guys doing there?" and Karam ran away. They walked to the hotel room, ignoring everything that happened. Later that day a really bad thing happened to both June and Pamela. After their so-called fun time, as they entered the room they saw Karam sitting on the couch, waiting for them. Karam somehow manages to enter her room. He had a universal key thingy. June covered herself with random stuff for her safety from the guy, unknown to her. She saw Karam for the first time and thought he was a thief or something. "Sit down, ladies," Karam ordered them. "I have something special for you, Pam." "What?" Pamela asked, in fear. June stared at them in confusion, standing in the corner of the room. "You have to put this on, and make your friends wear it too." Karam grabbed Pamela's arm and showed her the metal box with some shiny rings. The doorbell rang. It was room service. June was standing still as a statue. Karam left Pamela's arm and gestured to her to open the door. "Hey, you little one. Go somewhere else. Don't be weird," Karam said to June and walked away towards the window. At night they all went to the cinema at their own expense. Karam was sitting on the third row behind them, staring at them. He wanted to find the right moment to get them at one place and force them to wear the rings. The day was not on Karam's side. Something bad happened again. One girl is missing, Korea William. Now there are two options for him. Either he drops the plan or uses the rings he had and forgets about Korea. Karam left the cinema hall and called Maid Ryan. "Korea is missing. I am dropping the plan. We have to find another way to make them wear the rings," Karam whispered on the phone like he was sending a secret voicemail. On the very next day, Karam went back to Boston. He kicked the couch, throwing stuff all around his living room. He was furious about his failed plan. "We need to talk, sir," Maid Ryan texted. "Come to the apartment." "We can talk here," Karam replied. About half an hour later, Karam and Maid Ryan were sitting in the living room. Maid Ryan was showing him that there are 7 rings and 9 girls. She showed him the list of the girls. First one is Olima Gerald. Second is Mary Raymond. Third is Eden Matthew. Fourth is Josephine Edler. Fifth is Pamela Smith. Sixth is Matilda Harris. Seventh is Korea Williams. Eighth is Libby Butler and the last 9th one is June Smith, Pamela's little sister. "These girls have such weird names." Maid Ryan stared at the names with a straight face. "Take the last 2 names out. Libby and June are not involved," Karam ordered. "The motive, sir? I have a question to ask." "It's personal," Mandarin said, staring at the list with curiosity. "Go on. Ask that bloody personal question," Karam said with a straight face. "Sir, you are not an evil person. Why do you want to have control over these girls? What you are doing can mentally torture them. What is the motive behind all this?" Maid Ryan asked without hesitation. "Well, Maid Ryan, there was someone I loved, and there were several girls, the same girls who were on the list in your hand. They bullied my love and some other girls physically, and mentally. They are so-called thugs of cyberbullying. My love was a content creator. Her work is better than theirs, and this thing hurt them and they started bullying her, first mentally and then physically. She died. Karam stopped talking, heads down. Who was her? And why didn't she go to the police? Mate Ryan asked, looking at Karam being sad. You know Sapphira? Karam asked. No sir. She replied. Then this is enough for you to know. Sapphira's suicide was actually a murder, but police said she got crazy, she was taking medicines and took her own life. Now I will show them what actually mental torture looks like, Karam said when Mate Ryan was about to walk outside the apartment. Chapter 11. Almost a year has passed since the first meet and greet. There are no signs of Karam. Some of the girls thought he was dead, and some thought he has no more interest in torturing them. The main thing is that everyone was now relaxed. There was no Karam for them and they could do whatever they wanted. YouTube was blooming with the content of these little ladies. Korea's diary issue was abandoned. No one talks about that anymore. Everything seems as it was before the arrival of Karam. Police once said that someone must have been playing pranks with them, evil pranks. For girls, Karam was not a prank, he was a horrible nightmare for them. The girls' family told them to forget about what had happened to them. Karam became the past for them and they all forgot him like he was a nightmare that comes once in a lifetime and sticks with you forever as a bad memory. Everything went normal until in August 2017 the girls got an email for a second meet and greet, the same one as before, again in Orlando, Florida. There is something fishy, the email looks wrong. The email was all the same, but this time they all were invited to a penthouse as special guests, and all of them had to be there. Eden pointed out the fishiness in the mail when they were sitting in the cafe, reading the mail together. There is something wrong. Why would they give us a special offer? Our views this time were less than before. Why didn't they give us the special offer before? Eden said, confused. Don't worry. They wanted to give us the offer the first time, but there would be some problems then, so now they are giving us the offer. Don't worry, just chill, Matilda said, sipping coffee. Finally, all of them agreed, and this time each one of them was going to the meet and greet. Chapter 12. Second meet and greet. They all reached Orlando around 5 p.m. sharp. The bus was already waiting for them outside the airport. The bus was quite similar to the bus which picked them up on the first meet and greets. The bus goes around the major areas and gives them all a small tour of the city. They all got refreshments. The bus did not stop, it moved continuously around the city. Around 6:10 p.m. the bus took them to a beautiful penthouse. It was a luxurious penthouse booked for them by Mr. Keith. The whole penthouse was empty, there were only these 7 girls in the penthouse. Everything was available for them inside this place. Around 9:30 p.m. when all the girls were busy making something weird in the kitchen, there was a knock at the door. You guys do your work. I'll go check the door, Korea said, chewing on a carrot. As the door opened, a man in the black jacket with a hood and mask on, grabbed Korea's hand and put a blade on her throat. Karam! Everyone shouted. He dragged Korea towards the kitchen and put a metal box on the kitchen counter and said, put those rings on everyone, or she will die. Put them on. Please, Korea said, with a low inaudible voice. She started crying. And you too, he gave her the ring from his pocket. You are an asshole. Mary said, annoyed and angry. Blah, blah, blah. Do as I say, or you will regret. Soon all the girls wore the rings. He pressed a button on the remote to test if everything was working fine. All the girls screamed as he pressed the button. For a few months, Karam gave some weird tasks for the girls to complete in the given time, and they had to do whatever was said to them. They receive the task on their cell phones with the given time to complete, and if they don't do the task, a separate button only for them is pressed and they got what they deserve. Karam made them his puppets.